Nobody likes to experience rejection or criticism, but some people experience it at a significantly greater level of intensity than do others. In fact, more recently in the literature, it has come to light that some people experience what is known as rejection sensitive dysphoria. This is a type of emotional reactivity that arises when somebody is experiencing fearfulness around being rejected or actually being rejected by somebody that matters. The first thing that I said there is really important because sometimes our brain will create frameworks in order to keep us safe, and therefore we will navigate our world with an experience of expected rejection. This is particularly true for people who experience RSD, also known as rejection sensitive dysphoria. Living in this type of brain can feel crazy making. A huge level of emotional swings can occur, especially in the anticipation or the experience of rejection. Some people react with great rage or anger towards the person they're experiencing the rejection coming from. Others will fall into deep despair and sadness, or even a felt sense of, I can't go on this way. And here's what's really important to understand about rejection sensitive dysphoria. These are part of a chemical imbalance, and they're usually tied to one or two different developmental experiences. One is developmental trauma, growing up in a world where rejection repeatedly threatened one's sense of safety in the world, or navigating the world through a brain that has ADHD. And individuals who are not neurotypical traditionally do experience alongside that a lot of rejection because we are outside the bounds of normal functioning. In some ways, it's a superpower, but in others, it leaves us deeply vulnerable to being rejected, abandoned, and hurt. In the next video, we'll be talking about some critical questions to ask yourself if you notice that in a moment of anticipated rejection or fearfulness around being rejected, you become really sad or angry. I'd like to invite you to put on that CPR for the amygdala self-hug and take care of your brain and your body. One of the things we know now about this experience is that this is simply a dysregulated nervous system that's hyperreactive, highly sensitive, and really truly tender and caring. And it's our little friend Amy the amygdala putting her dukes up or shutting herself down in order to stay safe. And what do we know about CPR for the amygdala? It wraps that warm, fuzzy blanket around Amy to let her know that we're okay in the here and the now. And the more that we can help her stay balanced and calm, the less reactive we'll be in our day-to-day life. And the greater our sense of agency will grow because we are showing ourselves on a regular basis that we have our own back. And guess what? When our brain knows that we've got it, it's totally cool to step back and go with the flow.